energy in your home using the Personal Paradise card deck from Tara Catherine Collins. And we get our topic for the day, and we're going to give you a 20 is plenty tip. So
Hmm.
Cheryl shuffles and gets a card, I get a card, and we go from there.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to note while we're both shuffling, because I haven't had a card come out, that today, December 12th, is the 1212, the last
Mm.
double digit of 2025. And if we did the numerology of today, so 12, you add all the numbers together. So 12 for December is a 3, 12 for the day is a 3, and 2025 is a 9. So altogether we have a 15, which breaks down to a 6. And I learned something new today that I wasn't aware of and thought I had to share this and give Marilyn Harper credit, that the 6 is considered the mother of all numbers, because when you look at the 6, it's that pregnant, pregnant, expectant shape. So, oh, I have to share that and give Marilyn kudos. So today is a
Mm-hmm.
6 day anticipation mounting. Anyway, with the 12, oh, Anita had a card fly out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you know what? A few of them. And I actually, somebody said that when they drop on the floor, we're supposed to leave them on the floor.
Oh, well, that's one person's perspective.
Yeah, so
I can't catch them and they flew out. That means that's what we're supposed to talk about. So, perspective is perspective. I've always used those ones. So anyway, if you've got a card or are you still shuffling,
I'm still shuffling.
so you're gonna go with that perspective today? Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the 6 in numerology then while we're both shuffling because
Oh,
cards are
oh,
being a little stubborn this morning. Oh,
they
you got one.
are. Okay.
What did you
Well,
get?
I got a guest room.
And what number is that?
Number 35.
An 8. Cool. Well,
So,
I'm sure there's a few people getting guest rooms ready for the holidays.
well, that's what I'm thinking, and or traveling, right?
Mm,
So I don't know that this is all about the guest room in your home so much
right.
as it's the guest room when you go to
Oh,
someone else's home,
love it.
or if
Hotel.
you're possibly staying in a hotel or Airbnb or a bed and
Mm.
breakfast or something like
Oh,
that,
mhm.
right? And a good thing you can do looking through your energetic feng shui eyes is the first thing is the position of the bed,
Mhm.
right? And you might want to get out your phone and download a compass and just see which direction the headboard is at. Is it similar to your placement at home, right? So maybe at home you have a great sleep, but when you go to grandma's house or you go to your sister's house or your brother's house or something, you have a terrible sleep. And you're already feeling tensed up about going there because it's like, oh my God, I don't have a good sleep. I don't know why. The bed's comfortable, but I just don't have a good sleep there. Well, it
Mhm.
could be, it could be just the position of the bed. If the bed is maybe under a window, what's overhead? Maybe there's a beam hanging overhead that affects your energy, your meridian, your ley lines of your body, right? Maybe there's a mirror that is reflecting light through the window and keeping you awake. So when you go to that other person's home and you are the guest in their home, you can simply, with permission, and maybe sometimes not with permission, but if, like, say, for example, if there's a mirror, you could put it to sleep, just cover it up with a towel, a blanket, something like that. Um, may not always be possible to reposition the bed, but maybe where you lay in the bed, right? So instead of
Mm.
laying at the head of the bed, maybe you're going to lay at the foot of the bed. I don't know. But again, just check in with your body. Check in with your body. Your body always knows. And look at things energetically and just say, do I feel safe and comfortable in this environment? Do I feel supported? right? What am I looking at? Where my eye goes,
Hmm.
energy flows. Where energy flows, that's where my attention goes. So whatever that is, that could be keeping you up. Yeah. Do you want to add anything to that, Cheryl?
I love what you said, and I think because you touched on a little bit about putting the mirror to sleep or a TV to sleep, a reflective surface to sleep, what that looks like could be as simple as, and I've done this, I've taken a house coat, I've used my shirt, I've used whatever the case may be, and just draped it over the mirror. And why would we want to do that, Anita? Why would we want to put a reflective surface to sleep?
Well, because it reflects the light, right? And the light is there's movement
Hmm.
and it doubles the energy. So that's going to keep us, it's going to actually affect our autonomic nervous system
Hmm.
and keep us awake. You
Hmm.
and I have done that many times,
We
Cheryl,
have,
when we've traveled,
especially
right?
in hotels. Yep.
We actually quite often will travel with an extra scarf or something that we just for that purpose because we
Hmm.
know we don't want to watch TV, so we're going to put the TV to sleep. Uh, we don't, need that mirror facing us when we're laying in the bed, so we put that to sleep.
Hmm.
So yeah, we go prepared, and so that could be another thing. Go prepared.
Exactly.
Take some extra comforts from home with you so that you do feel comfortable as a guest in somebody else's home.
Hmm. Great idea. I love it. And I mean, right now the weather is cold. So even yesterday I was traveling to Calgary and back for a women event. And I still took because the roads, you never know in Alberta and the temperatures. And I love my vehicle. My vehicle is very reliable, but again, you just don't know. And it's not that I want to bring in any issues, but it's much easier for me to throw in an extra coat, toque, mitts, blanket, and have it than wish I didn't or wish
Mm-hmm.
I would have. I even threw together an overnight bag because the event was at a hotel. I had no idea what the conditions were going to be, going or coming home.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that just gives me peace of mind. I have no intentions of inviting it in, but it just calms my autonomic nervous system, knowing, okay, backup plan, no big deal, away we go.
Yep,
So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, so plan ahead these holiday seasons. That's your
Hmm.
tip. Your 20 is plenty. If you are going to be a guest in someone else's home, you're going traveling, you're going to be in a hotel, take some things with you that you can energetically shift the
Hmm.
room, the space, so that it um, is going to help you feel calm and relaxed
Hmm.
and have a better night's sleep. And maybe, you know what? Maybe that's packing along a little essential oil,
I was
maybe
just gonna say
a
that's
little
something else we
diffuser.
travel with. Yep, and
Mm-hmm.
I have a little portable diffuser I bring when Anita and I are traveling with a little bit of thieves. Helps clear the air, often changes the smell because some hotels, I don't know what they use, but it's not enjoyable. When you go into the room, you don't know if they've just cleaned the carpet, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So all our senses can be engaged as soon as we walk into a space. So it's being observant about all of that, like Anita had mentioned. So I love that. And of course, the card that came up for me is number 19, ceilings. So it fits right into what we were just talking about with bedrooms and staring up at the ceiling going, why can't I sleep?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But what come to my mind when I saw this card and I kind of chuckled is we were just talking about the weather, and often on our weather apps, it'll give you the ceiling. How high are the clouds up? How high is
Mm-hmm.
that? And often we're so focused on what's ahead of us and how high and far away things are that we forget to be present.
Mm-hmm.
And I think personally, one of the most important things right now during the holidays is to set the phone down when you're around other people. Turn it off if you can and be present. Be present in that conversation. Be present with the people that you're with so that they don't feel like I'm here by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll calm your autonomic nervous system as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think ceilings touches on our metaphorical ceiling because we're coming to the end of December. One of the ladies speaking yesterday was talking about your visions. Everybody's talking about your visions and your goals and your dreams and aspirations for 2026 and yada yada. There's nothing wrong with setting high ceilings for yourself. Not a thing, because if you don't have something to work towards, you can also stay stagnant where you're at. So, setting your ceilings, things a little bit out of reach, as the saying goes. What are your goals? What ceilings are you setting for yourself? So, taking 20 minutes, sit down with it, and what do you want to have happen in 2026? There's nothing wrong with figuring that out now. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to wait till January 1st. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, doing it now might be a little easier because then you can go and then add to it as the year continues because we're always shifting and changing. And that ceiling, like in the weather apps, is always shifting and changing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want
Well,
to add to that?
well, I think that the ceiling, definitely ties in with the guest room because again, you may be in a guest room where the ceiling is beyond, you know, 9 or 10 feet, let's say, right? So very expansive.
Yes.
And when we're in a space, when we're in a room, um, our first reaction coming into that space is, oh, wow, this is, it feels grand and it
Hmm.
feels expansive. Um, but staying in that type of environment for a period of time actually puts us off balance. We kind of lose our equilibrium a little bit. We don't feel as grounded, and it might be sensed in the way of a little bit of confusion, not
Hmm.
knowing which direction to go. So the ceiling, the height of the ceiling in the home is really important. And again, especially in bedrooms. If
Hmm.
it's too low of a ceiling, it may give you that feeling of feeling caged in or confined, constricted, right? So the opposite of expansion. And again, I mean, the ceiling rhymes with feeling.
Hmm.
How do you feel in the space? That is always going to be your first clue. And then what can we do about an environment where the ceiling is too high, right? Cheryl, what could we do?
Well, it depends on your why you're there. If you're a guest, probably not a whole lot. But you could potentially create a false ceiling. If it's in your home or your space, you can create a linear line, usually top of windows or where the curtain rods are, depends on the situation, frame around the windows, to bring that ceiling down so that the eye has some place to stop. Hanging your pictures so that they're not way up high. Again, bringing them down so the eye creates, excuse me, the visual of the pictures creates a lower line for the eye to settle on. And again, the energy settles there, like Anita said, preventing everything from going up way too high.
Hmm. Yeah, because if you're always doing this, right, kind of looking up and you're walking, then you know what? That can become a little bit of a hazard too,
Mm.
right? Because your eye is, oh, what's way up there? Oh, what's on that shelf? Oh, um, how does that, is something gonna fall down on that shelf on top of me? And
Mm-hmm.
again, it may be that you're in somebody else's home, you're a guest in their home, you're in the guest room, and maybe there is a shelf that's way too high and has some little things on it that's taking your energy, taking your eye over there. Just take them down, put them to sleep, put them in the closet for the time you're there, right?
Mm.
You can shift the energy in any space, um, with sometimes just very subtle, small shifts can make you, and again, check in again with your body. How does that
Hmm.
make me feel? It's, hmm, does I feel comfortable and safe? That's the goal, the whole premise of wanting to learn about feng shui and practice feng shui in the first place is
Exactly.
we want to create an environment that feels safe and comfortable and yet is still aesthetically pleasing because we
Hmm.
go, look at that beautiful little plant. Oh, look at that beautiful little picture. Um, it kind of evokes some kind of a memory or feeling that is more positive than the opposite of that.
Right. And can also be a little bit more grounding. Um, if you're looking at clearing your home, and we talked a little bit about the new year coming up, a couple things you could do to invite in fresh new chi for the new year is a quick little cleaning. And one of the places we usually forget are our walls and the corners where the ceiling intersects the walls. And if there's going to be a spider web anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
that's it, because I got this visual of a spider web in a corner. So, doing a quick little clearing, right? Start preparing to invite in that new, fresh energy in the chi when it's warm enough. Open up your front door. I like doing the trim around my doors and windows to start off the new year, right? Invite the chi in, invite the new energy in of the new year. Those are some things. Your mom used to melt snow, didn't she? Or was that? I remember you telling me about melting fresh snow and
Mm-hmm.
using that to wipe walls with and things.
Yeah, no, I used to do that. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of thieves in there or some
Mm-hmm.
essential oil that smells and
Mm-hmm.
is also sanitizing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And away you go. It's a great way to start prepping your home
Mm-hmm.
for what you want to have come in.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Do we want to talk about the numbers or do
Yeah,
we want
let's
to add
tally
anything together?
let's tally up the numbers and
Let's tally
see
the things
what
up.
we got.
Well, I
Mm-hmm.
tallied it once and then I thought, okay, that doesn't make sense. So I tallied again and
Well,
I got
mine
a
is
9.
mine is an 8. What was your number?
19, so
A 10
a 10.
and an
And
8
an 8,
and a
18,
9.
9. Yep. So I refer to double digitology, Marilyn Harper
Mm-hmm.
Robian. You heard me mention Marilyn at the top of the episode, bottom of the hour, top of the episode, that today's the 12/12. And it was her
Mm-hmm.
email this morning that I went, oh, that is very cool about pregnancy. I knew that about the number 6, but did not know that the 6 was related to the mother of all numbers. So I love learning new little things. Okay, so the 9 represents an ending, patterns, and cycles. In this sense, it can carry with it a feeling of accomplishment or well done. If its meaning is in the mirror, opposite vibration, then what is it that needs to be finished or cleaned up to free your energy and move you back into flow? It also means that you have not been alone in your journey and your own guides will be with you every step of the way. It doesn't mean the end of life. It simply means the ending of a pattern or habit that you are ready to be done with. And you can read more on Double Digitology. You can order it
Yeah,
off their
and
website.
I
I
was
love that.
thinking that it is about completion,
Hmm.
right? And so when we relate that to the cards that we had today,
Hmm.
you talking about the ceiling and setting your goals. And then of course, we have this guest room area.
Hmm.
So there may be something that is inviting you to complete, something you've been putting off that you have been procrastinating about.
Hmm.
Maybe it is that you have been procrastinating about getting that guest room ready because you know you have some company coming. So
Exactly.
today is your opportunity, your day to do that. And, or it may be your day to complete that 20 minutes of
Hmm.
journaling to see where you're ceiling, where you have put the limitations on your own life.
Yeah, I love that. And some of the ladies I spoke with last night at the E-Women event, many of them came to me when we talked about the 21-day decluttering boot camp and were excited. And all of them, yeah, all of them commented that they didn't know where to start.
Mm,
So I recommended set a timer for 20 minutes and pick one thing.
mhm,
One thing. And maybe that one thing is the guest room and washing the bedding.
mhm,
Freshen it up. If it hasn't been used for a while, doesn't matter if the sheets are clean. Freshen it up and it'll change the energy in that space.
mhm. I love it. Okay.
Cool.
Well, that is wonderful. Thanks for tuning in with us. As always, we are Anita and Cheryl, all in alignment, creating sacred spaces. You can check out our website at allinalignment.com.
Mhm.
And we are also the hosts of Her Inspired Journey. You
Yeah.
can check that out as well.com. And we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy the 12/12.